Hi.
Well, looks like we got some news to talk about. Your shirt is very fitting. Very fitting for this episode.
Someone said check on Oscar's mom.
Rip. She could be going through a hard week here.
Yeah.
Yikes. F1! We're back. Bonus episode. You already know we are recapping Qatar and doing our preview for Abu Dhabi. I feel sick just thinking about this past week and how it's gone, and I'm sure you feel the same way.
Oh yeah. I'm just stressed all around. All sports related things I'm currently stressing over. Like, you could look at me and M's text messages, and I was literally stressing today. My repost on TikTok. All sports related. It's bad. It's bad.
I keep getting the Cars edits where it's like the king, the runner up, the rookie, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Mine, the one I reposted, it's Red Bull, a Red Bull drink. It's the Monster Lando Edition drink. And then I'm pretty sure it's the Monster Aussie lemonade drink. And it's like my current state of mind. And then the other one was like, y'all don't even know what's going through my mind right now. And it's the F1 song. the other one I reposted was me walking on campus, no one knowing I'm mentally screaming inside because this weekend will decide everything. But how are y'all doing?
Yeah,
comment below. And while you're commenting below, subscribe.
Like, we're not doing great.
Post notifications if you want to see our 12 days of Christmas and us mentally breaking down inside, or hopefully celebrating, or just all around traumatized in our F1 recap of the whole year.
We'll have to play this clip back in a week and be like, so this is how we were a week ago. This is how we are now. People are mental.
Patient be like, you look stressed this week. You look stressed. And I'm like, no, babes, you don't even know. They're like, are you just overwhelmed with work? No, babes, ain't even close. Work is okay. Sports in general, not okay.
Yeah, you know what's even worse is that Zach has gotten into rage baiting me, and he wants Max to win. So, yeah. That tells you all you need to know about my younger brother right there, is that he does anything to rage bait me. And his current obsession right now is Max winning. And he loves to go around saying, all roads lead to Abu Dhabi.
Had a guy try and flirt with me this week, and he knows no F1 stuff. He's still learning, okay? And I was like, first of all, no, don't even talk to me. But second of all, he was like, I'm rooting for the McLaren driver. I'm like, oh, which one? He goes, Oscar. I'm like, nah, this can never work between. No, I'm good. But thanks.
After I sent him this, I'm telling you.
I sent you the.
I see one more of them, I'm losing it.
I sent you the reel, and it was like, don't text your friend unless you know the results of the race. And I was like, yeah, don't text me. Don't wonder how I'm doing. Check the results. If they're great, yeah, text me. If they're not, don't talk to me.
Check our reposts.
Check our reposts. Is she okay? No. Absolutely not. But moving on to everything that has been happening in this past week-ish, week and a half. It's a lot. And guys, we did wait because usually we kind of film sometimes on Monday nights. We did wait because of the Red Bull announcements, so just keep that in mind.
So here
That's
we are
why.
on Tuesday, and this
Yeah.
video goes out tomorrow.
But first things first, like we were saying, Red Bull. Red Bull announced its 2026 lineup. We kind of saw this coming, but we didn't. You know, like you never know what's really gonna happen, but we kind of saw something. Anyways, so Isaac Hadjar is now Max's new partner in Red Bull, and Arvid Limblad, Blad,
Yes,
Limblad.
glad.
Thank you. Gets promoted to Racing Bulls alongside Liam Lawson. Now, Yuki is now their reserve driver. And then Lindblad also becomes the first driver on the grid who wasn't alive to see a Fernando Alonso World Championship.
We are getting old.
How old
This
is
needs
he?
to stop. He's Zach's age. He was born in 07.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, before you read the next thing, we need a moment of silence for Yuki. Anyways, I heard news of him potentially going to IndyCar, and there's still one seat that's open for IndyCar. So, I would like to raise to you. I think if he signs in that IndyCar seat, we need to go to a race.
I mean, I've been saying we need to go to a race anyways. But Yuki? I want Yuki. Y'all don't understand. I freaking love Yuki. If I had to say, like, an F1 driver I feel like I'd have the most fun with, it'd be Yuki. We could eat, sing karaoke, and have a blast.
What's your karaoke song?
That's a good question. Whitney Houston. I will always love you.
That's crazy. You're gonna sing that with Yuki? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Adele. Anything Adele related. Anything Adele related. I don't care how off key I am, I'm getting down.
Alright, guess we're gonna just wait. I have an audio message of you singing the hot dog. I have it pinned for every time that I'm sad, and when I'm really sad and really depressed, I go back and I play it. Hold on, guys.
I just play. See? Okay.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna show this. This can go on a BTS.
Okay, guys, let's move on before I embarrass myself more. So, speaking of Fernando Alonso and Arvin Lindblad, sorry, I just want to say bald, and I don't know why. He's not even bald. But the difference in age between both of them is basically the equivalent of Lando Norris's life.
Uh-huh. It's only a difference of 10 days. Do you get that?
Yeah, I do. I do. I do. I do.
Okay. I was waiting for you to make a joke, but we are so off track today. Holy smokes! I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, Gasly. Okay, moving on. Okay, cool. After this past week, this race, Oscar Piastri now has more F1 podiums than George Russell. So 25 versus 24. But moving on, speaking of good things, at least for me, because I like Carlos Sainz has scored the same amount of points as Ferrari over the last 3 weekends with 26 points.
And Ferrari is both Lewis and Charles, and this man is in a Williams.
I said this last year. I said Ferrari messed up. Now they know why. But I generally think at least their cars are slightly better tractors than Ferrari, so he's got something better to work with. But now to every winner of the Chinese Grand Prix race in the turbo hybrid era has gone on to become the drivers' champion that season, except in 2018 when Australian Daniel Ricciardo won. DRS? Now history might repeat itself because Oscar won the Chinese Grand Prix earlier this season.
And what nationality is Oscar?
Australian.
Uh-huh.
The land down under.
I come from a land. Anyways.
But moving on. I don't want to say it wrong. Is it Cyan?
I was gonna say Kian.
It could be either. Shields to make F1 debut with Aston Martin this upcoming week, joining Jack Crawford along with Ryo
Hirakawa.
Thank you. Luke Browning, Arvid Lindblad, Yuki, and crucially
Not Yuki. Because Arvid's in for
Oh, okay, cool.
Yuki.
Sorry, that really
I
confused.
don't know. Yeah, sorry. It's not. It makes sense the further on you read it, but like to begin, Aston Martin, 2 rookies.
Okay, sorry.
I believe Hirakawa is in Haas, but I don't know whose seat he's in for. I think it's Esteban's, but I'm not 100% sure. And then Luke Browning's in for Williams. I don't know who he's in for. I think the last time he was in for Carlos, so that means it's Alex's seat this week? I don't know. But I know Arvid Lindblad is in for Yuki.
So sorry about that. That was on me. And then Pato Award in for Oscar. Crucially, Pato Award in for Oscar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. I was like, there's one word you're missing there, and we kind of need that.
Sweat. But now to qualifying. So in Q1, we had Franco, Lance, Lewis, Esteban, and Yuki out. In Q2, we had Alex, Gabby, Ollie, Liam, and Nico. And in Q3, in 10th, we had Charles. In 9th, we had Pierre. In 8th, we had Fernando. 7th, we had Carlos. 6th, we had Isaac. 5th, we had Kimmy. 4th, we had George. 3rd, we had Max. Lando was in 2nd, and Oscar was in 1st. So that's kind of the setup we had for the race. But now to the race recap.
You might be wondering, where is the sprint recap? We don't have time for that. No, we don't have time for that. Just know.
Didn't Oscar win?
That Oscar won. George was in 2nd, and Lando was in 3rd. That's all you need to know. Nothing else matters. I mean, Yuki outqualified Max for the first time in like 404 days or something like that. So, that's great. Anyways, but we don't have time. We can't recap both. So, the main race, Qatar. Lap 1, Max passes Lando for P2. He's able to tuck behind Oscar and get the slipstream to get around Lando, essentially. George has a terrible start. He loses 3 places. Lap 2, we had Nico in a Sauber passing Charles in a Ferrari. That shouldn't be happening, but here we are. And then Pierre ran through the gravel as well, just ahead of them. And this resulted in some damage on that floor because the chunks of the gravel, yay big. Not this big. This big. About the size of my ear. That's crazy. Anyways. And then lap 7, Pierre oversteers into Nico, who was on the outside in turn 1. This resulted in Nico losing one of his rear tires and a safety car because he was unable to continue because, like I said, this was in turn 1. So lap 8. Everyone but the McLarens and Esteban Ocon pit. Strategy. We've been here once. I feel like I don't need to make myself very heard on where I stand personally with McLaren's strategy, but this call was outrageous.
It's what gets me is, you know, it's gonna be, you have to pit twice, okay? You clearly have you clearly have the chance. Everyone's doing it, might as well do it, you know? Get that one out of the way so you only have one left. So if you are in the lead and you need to stop once, get it over with. You've got good tires, keep going. Like, That's literally what I think about every time they race and they're gonna have to pit twice. It's common sense strategy. I mean,
Yeah, you
sometimes
don't lose as much time under a safety car. Why would you not take it?
everyone's driving under the safety car. They're driving under a certain speed limit. No one's going faster, no one's going slower. They're all kind of staying within the same.
Well,
You know?
okay, so here's where I get stuck on this. I don't like the call from either side to not pit. However, them being with Oscar, oh, we don't know, we're checking, and then he stays out. Whereas Lando was like, should I follow Max? Should I stay out? What am I doing? And they were like, stay out, the other car's staying out. That's pretty much what I got from his message, that it was intentional for him to stay out because they didn't want to give him an advantage over Oscar. But meanwhile, I'm thinking, like, if I'm Lando, I see how well Max has done. Sure, you can be worried about Oscar, but realistically, you're fighting Max here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would have just done whatever Max did.
I mean, like, again, it's just, it kind of makes sense. Like, it would be different if you, like, I don't know. It's just, like, whenever they race, I'm like, now's a really good time to pit. Like, I don't know what your plan is, but I'm like, this could be a really good time to pit, especially if you have to do it twice and it's mandatory. Like, get this one out of the way, save that last one for like a good point in the race where you know you still have time in case you do get behind. You have the time to get past these other people. McLaren makes me want to pull my hair out sometimes, and I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep.
Well, that was the first of the strategy calls that I didn't agree with on the day. So, anyways, nothing really happens until lap 25 when we have to pit because that's our pit window. So, Oscar pits, and then the next lap, Lando pits, and then lap 32, here we are where the cycle is because they can only do a max of 25 laps per FIA rules. So max pits lap 32. So McLaren decide to pull Oscar in early because they gave Oscar the option. What would you rather do? Would you rather go on the hard tires or the soft tires? And would you rather go hunting for Max or would you rather want to like just go for podium? And he said he would rather hunt for Max. So, what do? Lap 43 he pits. What tires does he go on to? You would think they're putting him onto the fastest tires, right? Wrong. Wrong. They're putting him on the hard tires. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But it's okay because 2 laps later they do the same thing to Lando. Why are we going on the hard tires, guys? I get that the tires are unreliable, but you also gave Lando a pretty bang average pit stop time that was just barely under 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we not? Lap 45. There's 12 laps left. Why can't we go on to the soft tires? It's 12 laps. I'm pretty sure you ran that. Okay, maybe you didn't necessarily run it in qualifying, but like still, if the tires didn't look bad at the end of quali, but what do I know? Anyways, lap 56, Isaac gets a puncture on the hard tires, but it wasn't like he was doing much back there towards the back anyways, so fun times. And then lap 57, Kimmy gets a bunch of oversteer, and this allows Lando to get into P4. And that's how the race finishes.
Did you see all the
Amazing
comments?
Max on strategy? I love you, Hannah. I really do, but McLaren strategy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 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 What a
And
race.
what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, did you see all the hate Kimmy's getting for that whole situation with Lando? And then
Yes.
apparently Red Bull decided to say that.
I know specifically who it was. It was Max's engineer. I'm like, yes, we had caught it on the very end of what happened, and it did look like Kimmy pulled over. I will say, watching back the whole footage, that's not what happened. So
No.
please just wait. And okay, I feel like Max, when he was Kimmy's age, could handle this stuff because
He's a
of his
tougher kid.
background.
Yeah.
I don't think Kimmy has that background.
No. But like,
So, like, he's only, what is he, 18 now? 19?
18, 19, something like that.
Like, guys, chill.
He's
You
still a
wouldn't
teen.
want someone coming at you like this.
Like, yes, I mean, I can understand people saying this, people saying that, but no hate. Don't hate on people just because something happened. You weren't there, you weren't in the car, you don't know what fully happened. So don't make up your own conclusions because you're mad Lando got to fourth.
Exactly.
Like, get over yourselves. Move on. It's a kid. Leave him alone.
And it's just a race.
Yeah, it's a race. I mean, yeah, are we...
As I tell myself next weekend.
Yeah, are we a little, like, frustrated with the situations that happen? Yes, but I don't mean we're gonna send death threats to McLaren and other
that's
drivers.
a little bit out of pocket, I'm not gonna lie. That's what psychos do.
Yeah. Pull yourselves together, people. Act like normal people. Congrats, they did it. If you're aggravated with something, move on. Since we got that all out of the way, let's go over the results.
Yeah. So Max finished first, Oscar second, Carlos third, Lando fourth, Kimmy fifth, George sixth, Fernando seventh, Charles eighth, Liam ninth, and Yuki point finish. 7th we had Alex, 12th we had Lewis, 13th we had Gabby, 14th we had Franco, 15th we had Esteban, 16th we had Pierre, 17th we had Lance, and last we had Isaac. Our two DNFs were Ollie and Nico. Ollie said his was an engine thing. Not so sure how clear that was because he didn't even seem so sure that that's what it was. I saw his media, so leave that as what you want it. And Nico, obviously, the contact with Pierre took him out. So, our leaderboard. So, the sprint. Julie had Lando on the podium winning, but he was only on the podium. Meanwhile, I had George and Lando in the correct spots for the podium of the sprint. So, therefore, I got 6 points from that because I got both of them. And then our race predictions, we both only got Max.
And not in the right spots.
So, Julie got 2 more points. I got 7 points. And so, Julie is up to 89 now. And I am over. I broke 100 finally. And I'm at 105. Thank you. But this could kill me, this next podium. Oh.
Absolute depression.
Yeah, fun times. But our preview for Abu Dhabi, as Zach says, all roads lead to Abu Dhabi. The first Grand Prix was held in 2009. Ironically, it was Jenson Button's race where he won his first world title. It is a total of 58 laps. The lap distance is 5.281 kilometers. The race distance is 306.183 kilometers. And the lap record was set last year by Kevin Magnussen himself, 1 minute 25 seconds, 0.637. And last year our podium was Lando in first, securing the McLaren World Constructors Champions, followed by Carlos and then Charles. So, on to our predictions for this week.
I'm literally scared to predict anything. Like, I would rather not say anything and just see it happen. Say Lando. I put him in first. I want to jinx myself.
Yeah, maybe you might want to think about this. I mean, well, when you predicted him the other week and he finished in first.
Lando. Look, Guys, I already know I'm not winning this, so I'm like, Im's got it in the bag, so I don't really care anymore. I'm too scared I'm gonna jinx myself. Jinxing isn't real, but sometimes I feel like it is, okay?
So you're gonna go Lando in second, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. I would love to see a Carlos and Lando podium again. That would be fun.
Remember what happened with me last week?
He's your baby.
Right. So I am gonna just throw this one out here, I guess. And okay, hold on. I got it. Yuki P1, George P2, and Lando P3. And here's why. Our scenarios in order to win. I'm sure you guys love this part. I don't even care. This is gonna get included in this episode because anyways, so all three of the contenders are heading into Abu Dhabi with 7 wins each. This is crucial because if they end up tied on points, it goes to whoever has the most wins, and then second place finishes, and then third, and then fourth, and then you understand. So pretty much, if they tie on points, which would be extremely hard for them to do, I think, personally, but it's not unlikely, it would go to Lando. Because Lando has more second place finishes. But that's assuming one of them doesn't win. But anyways, we're starting with Max's scenarios.
Right, guys. So we always start with Max and we go up the line. So Max scenarios is whatever. He wins Abu Dhabi, needs Lando to finish 4th or lower. He needs to finish in second, needs Lando to finish in 8th or lower, and Oscar to finish in 3rd or lower. And then he finishes in 3rd. He needs Lando to finish in 9th or lower, and Oscar to finish in 2nd or lower. So it's a really big ask here, but I mean, it could happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but it could for some reason.
Well, it's not a big of an ask as Oscar's is.
Oscar's scenarios, little but pretty big. He wins Abu Dhabi, but he needs Lando to finish 6th or lower. And then finishes in second. He needs Lando to finish P10 or lower, and Max to finish P4 or lower. So it's asking Lando to basically drive like he doesn't know how to drive, or McLaren. But moving on to Lando. So he has a couple. He finishes on the podium and he wins regardless. The second one is 4th or 5th. He needs Max to finish in 2nd. He gets 6th or 7th, but he needs Max and Oscar to finish P2 or lower. The fourth option is he gets 8th. He needs Max to finish P3 and Oscar to finish P2 or lower. And whatever one we're on now. He gets 9th. He needs Max to finish P4 and Oscar to finish P2 or lower. And then our final one, if he gets 10th place for some reason, he needs Max to finish P4 and Oscar to finish P3 or lower. So.
Or even if he DNFs, he can still technically win. He just needs Max to finish P4 or lower, and Oscar to finish P3 or lower.
So, we will see how this weekend goes. Yes.
One last thing before you wrap up this episode. I'm going to a little bit move in silence. So, Max currently has a 10.6% chance of winning. Oscar has a 6.5% chance of winning. Do what you want with those numbers. I'm not even going to mention Lando's. We're not doing that here. We're moving in silence. But I just want to say those are the odds.
Awesome. So, while we're moving in silence, let's move on to our last bit of notes. This being subscribe. Like our videos. turn on your post notifications because our 12 Days of Christmas videos are coming up sooner than later. Trust me, I'm already stressing about that, but I'm excited. I'm excited. We've already filmed a couple videos, so if you don't want to miss those, turn on your post notifications. And we will be going over the full, like I was saying earlier, the full year recap, our predictions for the full year, as we did at the beginning of this year. We have Champions League videos, we have some fun Christmas themed athletic videos, and then some gaming videos that we filmed and never posted. So if you don't want to miss those, look out for them, and some behind the scenes and funny tidbits and stuff like that. So, and let us know in the comments your predictions.
And I'm sure some moments from this video will end up
Yeah.
in that.
I've been up all day. I got no sleep. Don't hate on me. Just respect the vibe. Alright.